shit. Try to send a shot at me, I'm sending back a full clip.
Harder now to make you official. Shots blow you like a whistle.
Yeah. What's popping? What's good?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
In
So
the new
first thing,
year, 2026.
yeah, man. 2026 is be going up. It's going up. This is the year. One thing I
Yeah,
want to,
man.
one thing I want to start with and let people know, 2026 is a very important year. Get everything going as far as like times have changed now, and all the people who have nots and having hard times, if you are putting in the work and putting in the effort or learning your crafts and doing what you're supposed to be doing, now is the reaping time. The sowing time and the
Yeah.
planting your seeds and stuff like this has been for the last decade or the last how many long for the new people who were the have nots. You had a portion before that got that they got it popular and they got it, and I was one of them. I'm one of them and got in the 30s, what I'm saying? And then after now, it was like been a bit of drought since the pandemic, this, that, last decade. So it's been going from be kind of different, kind of rough. But now that's the end of that. And like I said, 2026, if you're ever going to go hard this year, especially if you plan and started things, go hard. So that's what this year we're dropping this podcast, OG Origin Stories, Worldwide Entertainment, along with EZM Productions, EZM Pro, EZM Films, and Worldwide Entertainment coming together. And we're going to bring you this new podcast, OG Origin Stories. And that's what's up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of noise around the current Toronto rap situation, but we wanted to zoom out and talk about the moments like this that actually, what it actually means for the city when rap beef gets to be the center of attention. From an OG Toronto perspective, when situations like this pop up, what do you usually look for first? The music, the reaction, or what happens after?
Okay, for my experience, just so you know, my history, my background, why I have, a good authority on these kind of things is because I
Yeah.
had one of the biggest known battles that also trickled over into the streets, real shit, in the same time of when it was the 50 Cents, the Ja Rules, and all this different kind of stuff going on in Canada here. I was one of the first ones in that era, the first to be in any kind of rap beef or battle. There was ones before, way back in the day, Rumble and Strong. You young people, the new generation didn't even know about these kind of people, and Michie Mee, and there was different of the original rappers that have had battles and stuff back, So I'm not the first, but I'm the first one in the viral era of the social media and one of the first viral moments in Toronto, Canada, as far as battling and hip hop and all of that. So with that, all of that said, I'm gonna say like this: the time is very different now with the battle and music in general. So things are more visual now, so it makes it a little bit
Yeah.
more epic. Like you hear the lyrics and you might hear the lyrics, but you're gonna get the visual real quick shortly after. And then the visual now is very important and has a big impact. But the
Yeah,
lyrics,
because
mhm,
some people might say Drake kind of started that with the whole Meek Mill beef, because a lot
yeah,
of people are saying he used the social media on Meek Mill, where some people said it all moved away like from the lyric kind of
mhm.
aspect to where it was the social media and getting people's reaction to like moments.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? This is, it's turned into that kind of thing where you can't have one without the other. It can't just be about the lyrics no more. You have to put as much effort into the visual behind it, to market and promote that. So this is one of the big differences I see and whatnot. But let's just cut to the chase and get to the point. What we talking about is this Golde London and 100 watts beef that's going on right now, rap battle. I
Yeah.
wouldn't call it a beef, but it's giving that energy. It's giving that energy of beef, but I wouldn't call it a real beef. But I would call it a rap battle, and it's giving like internal family affairs kind of thing. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I was just gonna say, yeah, they're doing personal shots, real personal shots.
it's getting real personal. Another thing I want to say is like what I'm noticing now is like there's really no holds barred anymore when it comes to battling now. Now
Yeah,
there's hold barred. There was never no rule of like everything was always a goal in battling, but the further you go back, people always had more parameters, you know, more principle, more standard,
yeah, there used to be
more
like
parameters.
subliminal shots. Sometimes
Yeah,
you wonder if the person's talking about that person or not.
yeah, it was more about being more witty and like you said, subliminal, and then the people have to figure it out. Now it's more just giving it to you raw, direct, just telling you what it is. You know what I mean? And just trying to be as aggressive and overt with it as possible. You know, and that's what's going on now, and that's what's going on in this battle between with Golde London and 100 watts. And with that said, I want to say this: 100 watts is is a young nigga that I know. Like I know him personally, not like that kind of way. I'm gonna say personally, like me and him ever hung out or I fuck with him like that. I don't even think me and him met in person already. But we know
Yeah,
each other through his father and through the history of jungle and my hood, Oakwood and Barn. And when those hoods used to be real close, one at a time, jungle and Oakwood and Barn used to be like one, you know? So it used to be, you know, we used to get along real good and stuff like that. But over time, shit happened with the young niggas and shit happened. Not gonna go into that. I went into that already on another episode in our podcast,
yeah,
early one. But yeah, so that's how I know 100 watts. And then I would talk to him online and stuff like that and tell him, yo, I knew your dad, I knew your pops, I knew Naki Brits, Watson and them, you know, and rest in peace to them, you know what I'm saying? Those are original Toronto OGs, real OGs like you never saw. OGs of
yeah,
OGs. That man right there. You know what I'm saying? They set a different standard way back in the day as big man, but every hood back in the day had that like had certain real big man then like, you know, and but them man they were you know what I mean? So RIP them man, rest in peace, long live, everything. And now let's get into the juiciness of it. Now let's get into the juicy. You want to
yeah,
say anything before we really get into it?
yeah. We have a poll up right now.
What comes to my mind is R.I.P. my General Louis Ryan.
Biggs, you gone too far now, man. So we are dealing. How you want from me, road boy? If you come from Jamaica, come like
Ken, who you know ask. I always have to big him up what I used to manage. And what comes to
Yeah,
my mind, it says, yo, you're gone too far now.
oh
Biggs, you
yeah,
gone too
yes.
far now, man. So we are dealing.
Rest in peace
That's
to the
15
Brook shot.
the Teddy Brooks. I'm gonna say like this. In my opinion, I don't want to chastise anyone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, before I go
Yeah,
into that about 100 watts, I want to go into Golde London now. Golde London gets full respect and full rating when it comes to spitting. 100 watts is
yeah,
a spitter
definitely.
too. Taking them with 100 watts, he's a spitter too, but just as a like right now in her category as female rappers in the place, she's top right now. She's top tier. Her
Yeah,
there's,
definitely.
there's a couple of them, but she's one of them. And the next girl,
All right, and welcome, Goldie. Welcome to the Golden Symphony. We're gonna play some of our best stuff for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Sharp? Yeah. Are you ready, Abaya?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Baby, you got the pussy when me looking for. You got the punani match me car. So come home with a, what is it? Taxi punani, stay with her. Girl, give me the punani, let me punani, the top. Hey,
your dad for his pension. I'm a misfit, who I'm so reckless. Fit right on the beat like Tetris.
She's the next body to take them one to this, for me, and to this are the two bodies in the tape. And
Yeah.
not only bodies, I'm talking bodies, spitting bodies. And I'm talking about bodies, spitting bodies where they could buy the man with spitting bodies. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. It's not only that they're good as females, they're able to go up against anybody, male or female. And this is what's going on now. And this is where I want to come talk about now, because how I look at it, I'm an OG, I'm a father, I got a daughter. You know, I got a son, he's a big artist, everything. Everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And how I look at it is like this: morals and standard. And it's not that it can't be done, because I thought about it. At first, I was saying that it shouldn't be done. We were talking about it earlier, and I was saying that it shouldn't be done. But it's
Yeah.
not, we weren't saying it shouldn't be done. I'm not going to say what we were saying yet. We weren't saying that it shouldn't be done, but we were saying something else. But it's not that it shouldn't be done, because it's been done before. And if you know hip hop, that's why this is OG origin stories. Because I
Yeah.
know hip hop inside out. And so does my counterpart on here, Rafa. We know hip hop inside out. And I'm going to tell you, it was Roxanne Shante versus UTFO.
Oh,
That was,
yes.
that was the first female and male battle. And she was 1 MC against 3 rappers. UTFO, Kango Kid, and all of them. So, but that battle, well, I'm using that to reference and compare to this one, because that was the first, in my knowledge, male and female rap battle. And that
Yeah.
battle now had respect in it. And like they rap, but they didn't cross no line, like gone too far. It was like, they can't go kids. They might be cute. Blah, 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 stuff like this. They were spitting like that. Bars
Yeah.
and stuff like this. It wasn't going too forward, too overboard, or nothing like that. But back in the days, that's how it was. So, you know, we used to go that far. Like, now let's fast forward way into the future. This is like, you know, 50, 40 odd years into the future now.
So where do you think
when this came
that
out.
break came in hip hop, where things like just crossed the line for lyrics?
That came in when it was gangster rap. So when gangster rap started, you know what I'm saying, that's when the whole, when things became more vulgar, and then,
Yeah.
you know, too short, and then man dead. And the whole gangster rap stuff, that's when people started saying, you know, using curse word, bitch, this, hoes, you know, saying anything. You know what I mean? I would say that, you know, there was, people said before, even when it was just East Coast rap, they said, bitch, nigga, this, that, and stuff like that before. But it came very, like, hardcore neon.
Yeah.
And when the gangster rap came in, that's what I would say, you know? But now, to say now, when I talk about all of that and then compared with their battle now, to me, lines are being crossed that shouldn't be crossed. And like I said, this is like, there's blood in here, ties, family. And then there's
Yeah.
kids.
It
And
makes
then
it a
they have,
little different when it's actual family linkage in the whole scenario.
Sister was obsessed, 5 years she was in love. She told her my kid cause she bitter still in love. And I ain't gonna stop till I see you get a slug.
yeah, and kids and stuff like that, and all this kind of stuff is involved. You know what I'm saying? So they have kids involved. Apparently, if I'm correct, I'm trying to figure it out. Like Golde London's older sister is 100 Watts' child mother, baby mother, or whatever the case may be.
That's
Right. And he's
you
being
put it out there.
very descriptive. He's being very descriptive of things that is done with her, right? You know, private information and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I'm not telling nobody what to do, to each their own. I'm not against that. And it's very entertaining. The raps is
Yeah.
nice, it's very entertaining, it's whatever. But think about like the kids. These things is gonna be there forever. It's not gonna go nowhere. It's gonna be there. And
Yeah.
if kids are young or they're big now or whatever, they're gonna have to live that. They're gonna have to live through that. They're gonna have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing. We have parents, we have elders, we have all this kind of thing. But these things these days it looks like it doesn't matter as much. And that's all it seems like in the world. You know what I mean? But overall, that's all I would say. To me, it just seems to be crossing lines that don't necessarily cross.
Yeah.
And talking about and divulging and exposing stuff that doesn't need to expose. But it's like that's now becoming like a trendy thing in Toronto. Right? Things I don't rate it. You know, I don't rate that. I think certain things to stay private. Me, I'm a type of person like this, all personal relationships, all this kind of stuff can be private. That doesn't go for me, but taking your own. For me, I don't even think these things should be public for people or their business.
Yeah.
So I'm a very private kind of person. Might not seem like that to people, but people always have a certain perception. But ask people how much they know why that perception. So much like I'm a
So
very private
do you
kind of
think
person.
sometimes as artists there's a need or they feel the need that they need to do things of this nature to get attention, especially now, as you said, with the whole social media and visuals to add to the actual music so they could get attention and get stream numbers up and those things?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we notice that you can well, I don't know if everybody can tell a lot of people can't tell that I street out everybody's shots. And they just look into that thing, so they just love it and they just let it be and let it do its thing, right? But
Yeah,
you're in the industry, you're in the game, you know how it goes. It's not there's no one way to think. It's just like there's people that sit there and they rage bait like they call when they call this kind of stuff when they hand these things out, think of the next one and the next way to go viral, and the next thing to go viral. And then there's other people that when shit happens, they recognize it when it happens and they know how to ride that wave or use that instance that happened in their advantage. And then there's other people I think is where it comes in with Golde London and 100 watts that it's organic. It just happened.
yeah,
Something went wrong, something kicked off. It kicked off something boom boom boom. I could tell because we were all from the same place. We're Caribbean people, we're Toronto. And I mean it's like I could tell when somebody kept up some fuck with somebody did some bullshit or did
yeah, yeah, yeah.
multiple bullshit and then it's a fact. And so to me this is really, really an organic and that's why they're going for the juggler. And that's why they're going for the juggler.
Because
Hard.
you could see and feel sometimes when there's an authenticity to it compared to like a marketing
Yeah, it's
marketing.
hard. Yeah, exactly. This feels more authentic. You know, it feels more authentic. Another thing, yeah, I remember that I wanted to say over Golde London. It's like what I was talking about. Uh, with my wife, what I think about her. She's another one, but I don't know her like that. Like how long, like 100 watts have been communicating. And but I didn't even know the two of them was connected. You know, I didn't, but I reached out to her a while back, like a year or change or whatever, to putting together some shows out there. So, you know, concerts and stuff like that. I was putting
Yeah,
together and I was bringing her in. I did have some females on it as well. So I'm bringing her in and I was talking to her on social media, Instagram, DM that she was interested in everything. And at first she showed interest in everything. And then all of a sudden she just fell off. She ghosted me. I don't know what happened, but I know how it is with, especially with female artists a lot of time. I know nothing, like saying nothing down, like putting down female
yeah,
artists and that. But I know as with female artists sometimes they have male counterparts around them
Yeah.
as they should. You know what I mean? He must
Complicated.
have it should, and they gotta bounce things off of them, or you bring it back to them as they should as well. If that's their team or whatever, they're gonna bring it
Yeah.
back to whoever's around them, and then determining on who's around them. When it comes to me, it's like a lot of time people are weary of me for some reason, or like, no, yeah, he's like this or he's like that, or I'm like a threat. Like I could come in and, you know, like I know the business, I know a lot. I could come in and mix it up, you know what I mean? And people might look and feel threatened by that. Or something when you brought to my attention, what made more sense is that she's been rolling with Cardi. And
Yeah.
if anybody want to know about my story with Cardi, I'm not going to go into that again. It's out there. It's on Worldwide Entertainment. It's out
Yeah.
there.
Check the pack
Check it out.
catalog.
Yeah, check the back catalog. But that's the whole thing. Is it's because of that. And at this point, I'm gonna say like this in 2026, just like me and Friday. And Friday, Richie Dread buried the hatchet, even though it was never no beef.
Oh
I
yes, yes. Shout out
put that
because
down.
we love up for that.
Yeah, bring them up. And for 2026, because we're grown ass people, you know what I mean? And you gotta lead by example. So it's the same thing with Cardinal, like whatever, it's just talks, Virgin. Like, man gotta be, like you call on you know each other and it's just talks, fam. Like it's nothing serious. I mean, it's like I'm just trying to tell you, like, there's no beef for nothing like that because
Yeah.
in my attention now what makes sense is that I didn't know she was messing with Cardinal for like over a year or or so on the music tip. I didn't know that. I thought it was just one year, so it brought to attention. It's been like a minute. He'd been messing around with her. He was on a music tip and whatnot. So I'm not going to say nothing from him or vice from him. I won't assume things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm just saying that was like, I didn't know that. So I don't know where the ghosting thing came from or whatever, but it's all love that I got for you. I'm saying Golde London. I think you're like one of the sickest, if not the sickest. I mean, you're definitely in top one or top
Yeah.
two.
I'm
In the
gonna
in
divulge
the
this
league
to
right now.
I remember my sister, out of all the females in the city that she saw as a threat to herself, Shay Marie, it was
Yeah,
Golde London.
Golde
Because she
London.
said Goldie had the fashion, she had the look,
Yeah.
and then she could spit. So she always saw Goldie as her top competition in the city.
Yeah. One more I want to give out. One more female artist since we're talking about females and stuff like that I want to give a shout out to. That's kind of overlooked in my opinion right now, but she's kind of been taking a hiatus and not doing the thing. But I think she's getting ready to do the thing again and come and do it. She has great potential. She has all the ingredients, the real looker, a real body too, and a real spitter. And I met her in real life one time. I was in Mississauga getting some food. I walked up at Charlie's. I seen her Charlie's in real life, and she looks better in real life person than
Yeah.
online. And that's and that's Nana Goody. You know what I mean? Nana.
It's over, all the mess over, all the stress over.
Goody. Nana Goody in Toronto
Oh
that
yeah.
like six
Yeah,
female
because
spitter that can spit on par with man that too. Only a few of them. So it's like,
I remember
it's just
seeing
a
her
few of
posting
them.
all the time with
Yeah,
herself.
yeah. And I'm thinking Nana Goody is showing up, looking forward to working with her in 2026 as well. And yeah, I want to see her go far, go big to with that because she has all the ingredients and potential, more than potential, beyond potential. She has with it. So that's what it is with that. And is there anything else you want to say about this? About this?
Yeah.
I mean, what is your feelings about? I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your opinion of what you think about it. You think they gone too far, like me, Ryan, again, or you think it's still okay, or you think lines get
Yeah,
crossed?
this one is like different from other rap battles and the The reason why I say that is because of the whole familial thing with the family members and then the kids and everything as you brought up. So this is a little different territory that we haven't seen,
Exactly.
which is why we cover it.
Exactly. That's what they had
Which
to
is why
cover.
we cover it.
We had to do a reaction video. You know, I'm not like that. I don't just jump up and just do anything. I'm not those little media junkie that I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need to do it. If I'm doing thing, I'm doing it with purpose. That's to make
Yeah,
sense. I'm saying.
because
That's the add up.
shout out to Down to Earth Network. They left a comment on the WWE TV6 IG
Yeah,
account
yeah.
about which is a fair point they made, that sometimes these moments like this does it benefit the artist or does it benefit the
Oh,
media
most
and the crowd
definitely.
more?
Oh, most definitely. Once it
How do you
benefits
see that balance?
it benefits everybody. Moments like this benefit
Yeah,
everybody. You know how it benefits everybody? It benefits the artist because steel sharpens steel and
yeah,
it makes them enhance their skill level. It's like verbal combat now. And then after all the bloggers and all the reactionists, people doing the reactions and the fans, and then everybody gets something out of it. I mean, and the city buzzes, and then people get to see that they have real culture, real hip hop culture
exactly.
over here,
Yeah, I
real
was just
spitters
gonna
over
chime
here.
in on that and say
You know,
I'm not
and,
gonna say which legend, but it's one of the top legends in the city. When I went to cover an event,
mhm,
it was actually a milestone anniversary, and the
mhm,
mainstream media wasn't there.
mhm,
And then I was thanked for
mhm,
being there to cover that event
mhm.
because the artist said, "Yeah, the mainstream media is not here; they're not thing." But
Who's that? You can't just say that and go say who it was.
it was Michie,
Oh, nah,
the
come on.
Jamaican Funk. It was Jamaican Funk 25th anniversary.
That's my building. There, come on.
Yeah,
Perfect,
which
perfect,
when there was the
perfect
event there,
segue.
yeah, it
Perfect
was a
segue. And
hybrid.
we're talking about females because I nearly forgot about how could I? Really, I feel bad. Forgive me, machine. Forgive me,
Well,
machine.
yeah,
By the way, no,
yeah,
I
she
did
used to do
mention.
the
I did
battle rap.
mention. I did
She used
mention
to do the
machine.
battle rap. That's what made her
Yeah,
popular.
I mentioned Michie earlier the battle. I didn't even forget. I can never forget Michie. Pick up
Yeah,
Michie.
man.
Michie is that she's still the queen on top of all of them still. Regardless, sorry to tell you that. She's still the queen and she's still the baddest ever because what she was doing back in that time is it's that like futuristic. That's all it was.
Oh man,
And
I have the
whenever,
clip. Have the clip there on the Worldwide Entertainment TV network on the shorts
yeah,
when Big Daddy Kane talked
yeah,
about her rap skills,
everybody, man,
how she battled somebody.
a superstar. If Michie
Yeah, and
was
then
old, if
she
Michie was
said
old now, listen, if Michie was old now, I'm gonna see what they said. But if Michie was old now, or came out from like 2016 time until now, she would be like the female equivalent to Drake or bigger. That's how big
yeah,
Michie Mee was. That's how Michie Mee, like if you take her status and what she did in her time and put it into now, in the 2016 era, the
oh
last
man,
decade, she would be big like Drake, bigger than Drake, big like Drake. That's how big Michie Mee is. You know what I'm saying? Michie Mee is a living legend. And she's a spitter. She battled with
yeah, man.
female rappers, American
Because when
female
you
rappers.
got someone like Big Daddy Kane saying he was driving in the car with her, and all the mandem was just looking at each other, say they didn't wanna like have a battle in the car with her.
Yeah. I forget
So
what
you
Michie
know
Mee
they know they
battled
can
to.
rap
Who did,
when they
who,
have
who
like
did Michie
lyrics
Mee
like Big
battle?
Daddy Kane saying that.
Come again?
Big Daddy Kane. Do you
Was
see
Big
that
Daddy?
clip when he talked about her?
Yeah, I seen.
Yeah, yeah. So you know you're a lyricist
Yeah, she's a
when you got
list.
lyricists
And
speaking
the
on you
thing
like
was,
that.
she was battling back then. She was battling that American from New York, like Antoinette or some one of them ones. I forget who it was, man. She had a battle with somebody. Like, to my when if I remember correctly. I just can't remember who it was. But Michie Mee's a beast on the mic. She needs the original supergraph beast on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Trust me.
So do you think media creates these moments, like
Media?
Floyd said, or do you think they just document what's actually happening that turns into history anyway? Because that's how I
Hold on.
see it.
Like I said,
When you look back on time, it's documenting what's happening.
right now we live in a time. Right now we live in a time. Once upon a time, right, there's only one way to do things. I said it before, like music came out on a Wednesday. And then that's all the music came out, maybe 5 records. And then they had to really see it in a magazine or something. And then the article. And now change. Now how it is now, there's so many different ways things can take off.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's media people creating it. Sometimes they're creating the beef. Sometimes they make a fake narrative. There's people out there that do that make fake narratives and all this
yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
shit. And then after then now that turns into a real rap battle and stuff.
It picks up, the people pick
Like
it up,
sometimes
and
people just dissect lyrics and then say, "Oh, who's they talking about? Oh, I think he's
yeah,
talking about so and so. Yeah, he's talking about so and so." And then the next 5 years or next 2 years or something, they interview the artist and ask them, "Were you talking about so and so?" And then he's like, "No." Then they're like, "No, I wasn't talking about that." But that whole thing blew up into the thing. So there's so many ways. Sometimes, like I said, artists sit back and they curate these things and say,
yeah,
I'm gonna, I'm gonna diss him now because I diss him, then it's gonna make me go. But if I get in a battle with him, that's a way that I can get, notoriety and go and get, publicity without having to pay for it. Like pay to do a news video or buy streams or whatever the case may be.
yeah,
The artist, no. You know what I mean? That's a way to get it for free. I mean, I was always a master of that too. I was always a master of that. I never paid for it. They never paid to get that online. I just get it matches. Never mind it.
yeah.
My rap beef for the Belly was my client. It wasn't planned or like that. It was just a matter of it
Yeah,
was just
they told the story with that,
real life.
how it all started. I was like offhand jokes and stuff, and then it just got into what it got into.
Yeah, we could make a big one. I told the man many times. I shout out to him and tell him, let's do a boxing match fair once and for all. All the time, you try to either rush me people or it's a big gang fight, find people, either
Yeah.
whatever. I thought that's make our money and box it out.
So,
Put it on the table again.
so do
I've
you
been
think?
putting this out for years. I'm gonna wait till the man gets too over. I'm willing to box you, and I'm
Yeah.
older than you, and I'm older than you, and I'm willing to box you, Bridget, because I'm a professional fighter.
So, do you think, as some people believe, that because the city scene is so like such like a village compared to other cities that have like the long history and the bigger population like New York, LA, or Chicago, do you think like moments like this feel heavier and get more scrutinized than in other cities because some people might say it's not a good look on the city?
What I think is like a lot of other cities, like especially one second, especially in like America and stuff, what I think they would try not to take our stuff serious. That's what they'll try to like not take this serious or take it like it's a joking thing. You know what I mean? But then
Yeah.
they will still get into it because when they hear the quality of music and hear how deep the lyrics are going and how serious they're going and how hard they're going, then they're gonna have to pay attention and be obvious. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that I could be wrong, I could be right, but that's what I think. I think something like this, if it wasn't in like America or a different place and this kicked off, and to the way how they're doing it, I think it would be even way bigger. I mean, that's what I think. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's
Another discussion was whether or not after the blogs and everybody speaks about this, does it have a long game for the artists? Do you feel that's all the artists
Oh,
with the fans?
listen, now we come and this week we're gonna end it off here soon because what I said we're not gonna say now we've come back forward and we're gonna say what it is. But we're saying and we're talking and then you felt neutral, you felt the same way. When I said it, you said, yeah, I feel the same. I was telling my brother that too. Is no
Yeah,
matter what happened in this battle, sorry, 100 watts, you can't win, brother. You can't win. Because the reason why
yeah,
I feel this way, why I say that, right, is because it's man against female. And this time and era will be living now, you can't win with that. You can't win with that. And then to go so hard on female and then bring up certain personal things and things that's intimate and all of these kind of stuff and going back
yeah.
with a female, back and forth with a female. Well, I didn't want to say what I want to say because that's my deal. This is real life. It's giving another female energy, right? It's giving a female.
You feel like after the whole noise dies down, the first people remember is that it was man versus woman, and then the whole familial thing and the whole family business getting put out there.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter how good he could spit the best battle rap, he could have the best diss track, and he could go the hardest. But it doesn't matter because if she just says bars as hard or half as hard, she wins.
Yeah,
That way. And she's not saying half as hard. She's
yeah,
hard. So you can't beat her. It's like saying a woman and a man is in a physical fight, and then the woman is taunting up the man, but then the man gets mad now and he starts taunting her even harder and he starts and then he still can't knock her out and she's still taunting him back and taunting him back. Eventually people will jump in and fuck up the man or tell him or back him off or tell him he lost and it's like
yeah,
easier. You understand?
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
perfect analogy right there. You could have beat up the man, could have beat up the woman after. Bad. Now you lost even worse. Because as long as she was giving you thumps and thumping off your face, and she's saying that in her rap, she was thumping your face, and she said she thumped him in his face already.
yeah.
And that's
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, I hear that because I had a couple brethren saying the same thing.
Yeah. And then he's rapping stuff like her older sister, he taught her his brains, taught her the kid was. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah,
it's a total different effect for her. She like just seeing it. It's total different effect.
yeah,
One feels funny, it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, and yeah, but it's like, really? And like, the other one is like, the girl could say anything, anything. She could say anything she wants.
yeah. After certain things are brought up, yeah, that's what happens.
Well, you can't say anything. You could go far if you went far, but you can't say anything. It's anything you want in the world. You know, you can't. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And the last thing before I want to say that is, our family by blood and teeth and uncle and mother and father and baby father and baby mother and all of this, remember all that say, family know each other, parents, this, that, everybody. Remember all of that. I hope it's a behind the scene things and everybody's cool. I hope it's like that, a behind the scene thing and everybody's still cool and they're laughing behind the scenes.
that'll be crazy still.
Don't catch me with it. You can't catch me. I'm going to figure out every angle. So if it's a behind the scenes thing, you didn't catch me, but I don't think it's a behind the scenes. But if it is, that's genius. But I don't think it's that. But just remember that. Don't make it go too far. There's too much time these things trickle into
Yeah,
the
because
streets.
I've liked this conversation because it's not about sides. It's about understanding the bigger picture for the Toronto scene, you know.
Understand the bigger picture. You guys did a thing that worked. What are you doing next now? What's next? I'm saying, get over this. It went far enough already. It went very far. How much more we want to go? You know what I mean? What's next? When are you going to use? Go off of this. Just don't off of this. Go let it roll over into no physical streets. That's how you get it. Keep it bars.
Yeah, hopefully that's what it is.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
sharp. So
been pretty
keep it to
sharp.
that. Keep it to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then keep it to the Bible. And now you see a man and you see each other, and then now you want to get testosterone up and do this and do that. No, keep it entertained. We want to be entertained. Keep it.
Yeah.
Are we entertained?
Thanks for watching Worldwide Entertainment TV. Don't forget to subscribe and watch more videos right here.